Monday, cold's back, facing your face, 2018-19, little bit of switch up. Let's see what's up. All right, Monday, robot mode. After a nice Thursday, Friday, and then a chilly weekend, we're back to cold temperatures or semi-cold, at least a little chilly in the morning. Jumping back in, Pat explaining that it's supposed to be Pygmy Pony instead of Pygmy. I'm going with Pygmy Pony. That's how I'll forever see it. Vreeland coming back this week. Can't feel his hands after I did a rod, but that's not stopping him. Dropping down his normal stuff 3 hours a day. And my prediction of him not riding in March obviously isn't coming true. So, I don't think anyone's going to catch him. I'm not even sure Leong would catch him this year. Leong, out of base in your face. I think I was going to touch on that on Friday, but I didn't end up doing that recap, and he announced it right after that crazy daylight savings time ride. So pro roadie, ex-pro roadie, working at Hilltop now. Go check that out. Frank Zappa, Pygmy Pony. Oh, so this is the explanation. I previously didn't see this. Pygmy Pony. I think it might be cool as it's tied to Frank Zappa, but it's also Pygmy Pony. So when you put it all together, so I think that's an unfortunate consequence of making your online name, or unintended consequence. Pygmy with Pygmy with his normal 4 rides, and then more talk of his screen name, bouncing back around. I think before this page I looked at here is when I called out Mountain Bike Dog has a commanding lead on Mortal, and said, what about bumping up to Elite, and he declined. And then since that time, he hasn't ridden or posted a ride. So I checked this morning. He is alive. He's doing some rides, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I think he's taking a rest. He doesn't really need it. He's well in the lead, and I don't think anybody's catching him regardless of what we do with the bonuses. Rusty Nuts posting some rides this week. Again, Pygmy, he's hitting a morning ride and then hitting his commute rides as well. So, see how that goes out. Peepers are out. It's always a sign of spring. Chem Girl, logging some rides. Good to see. It's not just a bunch of dudes out there. Rick, now pictures of his other love other than his boyfriend Bob. Got some hot rod. I couldn't even tell you what vehicle that is, but hey, it looks nice. And if Rick's taking pictures of it, it must be some boner material for him. Sharpshooter 325 hanging in there. So here, Mountain Bike Dog did ride on Friday. Let me double check to make sure I have that in there. I guess I was thinking that he didn't ride Saturday, Sunday, but he's obviously still in there. And everyone's talking. It was pushing between 70 and 80 degrees on Friday. Really nobody complaining, except for some reason people are still riding Zwift. I don't really know what's happening, but people are addicted to that. Here, Sound Guy, that fastback is effing beautiful. Yeah, it was a nice looking car. Teabagger, got a nice ride title there, or ride time, I should say. I think that's another time he threw down. Somebody else had a 222, which is obviously my number. So I'm a little upset he has to ride in the snow when it's 75 degrees. But hey, I guess people up north still have some snow to deal with. Sound Guy has Nicolas Cage on a lady riding a T-Rex. And I'm not sure what that's from. Obviously some kind of fantasy thing. I don't know if he has a fantasy of Nicolas Cage on T-Rex. I don't know. But interesting picture there. Chem Girl throwing down some rides. Everyone, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's hot. I had to use the AC in my car. I wasn't sweating on my way to a meeting. Vreeland, gravel season's here. ripping tires, putting down some gravel rides. I don't think there's any question that he's going to win this thing. For Mortal, and then more Frank Zappa stuff. Knobby Head putting in some rides. Good vibe out on Friday with the hybrid. I'm not really sure who sold him on that. Got the what is that, Zertal, whatever Specialized calls that thing, absorbs some impact. Got the flat bars on there, really long stem. Cool little graphic there. Got the thing in the graveyard. Might just want to keep it there where the hybrid belongs. But yeah, no matter how you sketch that up, that bike's never going to be that cool with that flat bar. Ridge Hog putting in some rides. Got the red rims on there. Leong telling Jim to win this thing. I think that's going to happen. And look what at 3:39 a.m. based on his daylight savings ride where he was on the bike at like 12:05 a.m. I guess I don't know if that's sleeping in or getting up early or the Gawk. The Gawk was one of two people along with WB to grab the consecutive days thing. More free Utah stuff. It's kind of ironic. We have all this free Utah stuff, and only the 10 people that come in this thread are actually seeing it. Looking in, he's got some woodwork going on. Gawk is supposedly always working with the wood. Got some weird giraffe with an old some old brew cans in there. WB, I believe he was the only one that took the 7-day consecutive, and that kind of leapfrogged him a little bit above everybody else. We have some money up for second place. I have to check with Rick to see if it's either 50 or 75, but I don't know. We'll see. WB again posting his rides. Waffle time for the Gawk. And then Rick, apparently it was raining down there. Got a picture of some cows in the jungle down there, I guess. And then there's another one. How you say that? Oleg Babik. Is that his name? I'm assuming that's his name. I've never met him, even though he doesn't live that far from where I am. More dirt roads of Vreeland. Driving the nail in that coffin. Robot tournaments and stuff. I was hoping to see one like sawing another one in half or something, but it didn't look like there was a picture of that. Rusty Nuts in there. More old cars. Probably that's a car from when the Gawk was like 50 or something. He's been around a long time. Railroad tracks, fat bikes. I don't get it. Why would you ever want to ride on railroad tracks? Rob W. doing the classic. Let's throw in some rides before we do a big ride the week before. Again, Hell of Hutternan is literally going to be hell for you. Although it should be some pretty good conditions with the dirt roads. St. Patty's Day, got the green Rafa jersey on, and then he sees one of these people in one of these recumbent death sleds. I'm not sure what you could ride on the road that would make it any more dangerous, but that has to be one of the most dangerous things ever. No flags on there or anything. You basically just drive yourself right into a car. Your face would be in the bumper. Teabagging Uba. Uba putting down some cool pictures there. Perfect footprint. I don't know how the hell there's a footprint right there. I think it must have jumped on either side. I'm assuming there's a footprint on either side. Easter Island, rocks. More snow in some parts. Yeah, some of that stuff's going to be soupy. M3 Tim putting in some rides. Sound guys out there. Pigmy up by some water. And Jim, little Rudy section there, driving that nail into the coffin. And then looks like this OOS ride at Round Valley. I can't imagine how some of those guys, I mean, look, this dude's got a kale shirt on. I mean, that's pretty sick, but and he's dressed for Friday. Everybody else is dressed for And then Gok's popping a squat over here. I don't know. Usually you do that somewhere further off the trail, not right on the edge of the trail. But OOS, infecting, base in your face, 2018-19. Rob W again, trying to make it that Hell of Hunter is not going to suck. Rich Hogg's in there. Sound Guy. The Gok throwing in 6 consecutive. Is this a different? This is a different OOS ride. I think you have to evaluate if OOS. Oh man, what? I was gonna say you have to evaluate if OOS is your normal crew, but then this picture came up and Luck of the Irish or something. I don't know. Yeah, we'll just skip that. And then Good Vibe. He's got the green on for St. Paddy's Day as well. I didn't have any green jersey to wear while I was out there, but standard selfie. Cool buildings out there. Fat bikes love the beach rides for some unknown reason. Lighthouse, Sandy Hook, all that good stuff. Rusty Nuts thrown in there too, and then Rick is getting a little old with these bonuses. He wanted me to figure out something to make the battle for second, third a little better in the Mortal, but he didn't like it. So whatever. And then WB 316. I wouldn't be worried about being balmy. I'd be worried about getting a setback seat post on that sucker, and that thing's way forward. And I think we're almost caught up here. Got that forward ass seat on that Trek Y bike. Coil shock on there, and man, that thing's set up tall, way high. Those are 26-inch wheels? Interesting. So me, short ride on a picture posted in the wrong place. Short ride on Saturday with my son. All he's been doing is watching Red Bull. He's got some new flat pedals. Got a dropper now, and New Jersey, and he was pretty stoked to be out. So that's the update. We go to the leaderboard here. And this is as of yesterday. I didn't post anything with today. Johnny Utah, free Utah. He's still out there. I do have to update his time. So Vreeland, the commanding lead on Elite. Honestly, I don't think, even though Pygmy, he jumped this past week, both Big W, who put in that huge week the week before, and Leong, who's now out, he leapfrogged over both of those. But even if Jim stopped riding now, I don't think Pygmy will be getting there. But definitely second in Elite isn't anything to complain about. So he's taking all his jabs with his name and making something of it. And then Rick and I bringing up the tail. And then Mountain Bike Dog, even though he didn't ride, WB put in a big week, as did the Gok. But I don't know. We'll see if WB and the Gok can battle it out for second. There is some money there. Actually, if it is 75, second will get as much money as Mountain Bike Dog. Maybe we'll distribute that between second and Elite as well or something. But Good Vibe falling off a little bit this week. I am putting Johnny Utah's time in there. I have to go back and check to see. I know he did some stuff I don't have in there, so he's still there. I think Teabagger was going to pass him. I don't think that's happening now. So exactly 2 more weeks starting today. So I don't think too many things are going to change here, but you never know. So keep going. It's a little chilly this week.